What's going on, you guys? It's Hiram coming at you again with another video. Many of you guys have been wondering how to take advantage of the low oil price and be able to make money through this time. I've done a little bit of research and I've come up with a couple of ways on how to directly invest into oil and also indirectly, which can also make you money. Many of you guys thought, just like I did, that you could possibly buy shares of oil on the stock market or whatever investing account or platform that you may have and be able to make money and take advantage of the low oil price that way. But through the research I've done, we've been completely wrong. That's not the way that we invest in oil. And the reason is because oil is a commodity. You know, on the stock market, we invest in companies and trusts and funds, whereas oil is a sole commodity. So you can't invest in it like you would in a company. And so that really leads me to the first way that you can invest in oil directly, and that is by buying futures or options. And basically what that entails is that you as the buyer come to an agreement with the seller that you're going to receive a certain amount of oil on a certain date and place. For many of us investors, this is really not practical at all and something that we should not be doing. Just because these futures are traded in bulk, okay? They come in thousands of barrels of oil. And it's not like we can just put this oil in our backyard or in a couple of acres that we have in our land. So for many of us, this is really going to be not the way to go to invest in oil. If you're interested in learning more about futures or options, though, there is a website that I'm going to put in the description down below. It's called the CME Group's website, which is the Commodities exchange website, where you can actually begin to do trades of that kind. You would have to make an account, and I believe that's it. But there is a lot of learning that you got to go through before you even think about trading this way. Now, the second way that you can indirectly invest in oil is by buying shares of an ETF, which stands for Exchange Traded Fund. All right. This is more of an indirect way of investing in oil, but it is more safer and more practical for the typical investor. So this is actually pretty cool because you can own a share of oil without owning the actual commodity. And the way that works is that the fund provider owns the oil, and then he designs a fund to track the performance of that and then begins to sell the shares on the stock market. But because there is a middleman, so to speak, the prices of the ETF won't precisely reflect the oil per barrel. But again, an ETF will give you the convenience of being still invested in oil without having to deal with all the complications of investing or trading in futures or options. Some oil ETFs worth considering are the US Oil or the Vanguard Energy ETF. And you can easily find these on any brokerage account that you have or investment account that you have. I personally use Webull, and you can find those there. If you guys decide to begin investing, you can click on the link down below, and you can get up to 2 free stocks when you invest or deposit $100 into that Webull account. So that's something else worth considering there. Also, just a side note that I really like about Webull is that they give you news related to the stocks that you're interested in maybe buying in. So that way you stay informed and updated on all of the companies and stocks that you want to start buying into and make a conscious decision of which ones do you really want to buy in. Now, the last way that you can also make money in oil is investing in the oil companies that already exist, such as ExxonMobil or Shell or Chevron, Halliburton, those big players. Now, this is really the most typical way to stay invested in oil for the typical investor, and it's the way that I invest my money as well. And honestly, guys, if you invest smartly and consciously with doing your own research into ETFs or companies that you believe in are going to stay a long time, there's nothing to worry about. Oil is not going to go away for a very long time. Even things are really low and shaky right now, oil is not going to go anywhere. And there's no need to worry if you're going to be investing for the long run. So just begin to invest and hold out for the long run. Don't sell anything just because you're nervous, and you should be okay. You should come out with this with an increase in your investments. Again, I'm not a certified public accountant. I'm just a guy on YouTube, but this is the info that I was able to research for you guys, and I hope that it was valuable to you and that you found some value in it. And We'll see you guys in the next video.